Yay, we're here. Okay, we did it. Wait, let's see. Yes, it is recording. Okay, I've been sitting here fiddling with this thing, and thanks be to God, here we are. So, welcome to Christ-centered yoga with Kristy this morning or afternoon, evening, wherever you are. I just want to say that this is our 9th month of teaching virtually, my 9th month. And if you're someone who tunes in regularly, I really appreciate that. And what I would really love for you to do is to communicate with me somehow about how this is serving you. If there you have any suggestions or any feedback, I would really appreciate that. So my email address is Kristy, Kristy, at DiGeronimoWellness.com. And if you go back to YouTube, you can see the spelling. I'm going to put it in the description of the class this time. We're 9 months in. I appreciate your coming. And also, I want to make you aware that donations are gratefully accepted. You can go to my website, www.digeronimowellness.com, and under the events heading, there is a place to donate if you would like to do that. And I'd really appreciate that. But if you can't, that's okay too. If you're here, thanks be to God. So we're moving on to our class for today. And thank you again for being here. So let's start standing today. Usually we lie down, we take a moment to become present, and we will get to that place where we're present soon. But we are present, right? You're here, right? So let's be here. We're going to start standing today and just come home to our bodies standing first. So move my little guy away here. We're just going to stand up, and I have my Catwoman suit on today, my black Catwoman suit. So let's come to standing in mountain pose. And we'll have our feet about hip width apart. And just begin to rock back and forth a little bit on the soles of your feet. So we're going to do this today so we can come home to ourselves standing first and work our way down to the mat. At some point, I'll get this situated. So here we are. So standing, hip width apart, mountain pose, nice and tall. And I'm hoping that we can really learn today to begin to come home to what our bodies are doing when we're standing. So maybe rock back and forth a little bit. Really feel the soles of your feet mashing into your mat. You might even just take a little mashed potato step here. And begin to settle in. Really feel the ground come up to meet you and support you. And remember to breathe while you're doing this. We're going to come home to our breath a little bit more soon. But we'll just breathe and rock and then circle around. Just begin to bend your knees a little bit. Circle around through the knees, and you take your hands to your knees and circle around there. So give your knees a little massage here. Breathe. So begin to take a long, slow, full, and deep breath here. And then go around behind your knees. Give yourself a little massage there. Good. And then glide your hands up the thighs, and we'll come to rest on your hips. Bend your knees again. Lift your heart. Gather your belly in. Press down into your feet. And then let's circle out through your hips. So while you're circling out through your hips, you're also shifting your weight from one foot to the other. Feeling the ground come up to meet you, while you're becoming aware of opening through the hips. And let's reverse it. So other way. Breathe. So here we are this morning. You're in your sacred space, twirling those hips around, coming home to your body here a little bit. And then we'll come to center and take your hands down through the sides of your legs, down to the mid-thigh. And we're going to draw the belly in, draw your tummy in. Take a breath and look up. On your exhale, tilt your pelvis under, round your spine, press back. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. So we're really paying attention to the pubic bone, tilting it up toward the navel, gathering in through the solar plexus, through the sacral centers of your spine, and then inhaling, lift up, and you're stretching it out and using your back muscles here. And rounding. And look up. And round. And look up on your inhale. So standing cow, exhale, roll into cat. Inhale, press into your feet, feel your feet, and round. And last time, coming to cow. Exhale, round, scoop the hips under, stay here and roll up. Press into your feet, lengthen out through your legs, lengthen up through your spine, come up through the heart, lift up through the crown of your head. Maybe shake your arms out a little bit. And we'll come to an awareness of our solar plexus and heart centers as we take our arms out. Take an inhale, open. Reach and exhale. Wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a hug. And open. So just take this at your own pace. Feel your breath move into your body. And then as you exhale, gather in. And open. Just open yourself up to all the good stuff that's around you today. All those good things that want to come in. And exhale your tension. Inhale and open to the sun, open up to a new day. And exhale, draw your arms in and stay here. Give yourself a little hug here and begin to massage your shoulders all the way down to your elbow and down to your wrist. And then up to the elbow again. And we'll stop at your elbow. Kind of feel this as I dream of Jeannie kind of pose here. And we'll take a breath here. On your exhale, rock side to side. So we'll just rock. So notice that my hips are continuing to face forward. I'm not spinning with it. I'm just kind of shifting my elbows back and forth, opening up through the shoulders, and then we'll circle all the way around. Breathe. And other way. Good. Good, and open up nice and wide. Good, and take your hands, your arms into goalpost arms, and we'll open up. Take the elbows and the palms together, and inhale wide. Exhale together. Inhale, open. Exhale together. Inhale, open here. Exhale together. And now we'll take the right elbow over the left, and you can have the backs of your palms together or completely wrap around. Drop your shoulders, and we're just going to open up through the shoulder blades in the back. So you'll inhale, lift your elbows, keeping your shoulders depressed. Exhale down. Notice where you are in center. So I'm looking around so I can talk to you, but you're just gazing through center, through your hands outward to the wall ahead. And so you'll inhale and lift. Exhale down. And one more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. And then untangle yourself and swoop up on an inhale. Exhale, goalpost arms again. This time we'll take left arm, lift it up, take it over the right. And either intertwine or just have the backs of your palms together. Soften your shoulders. Notice your groundedness here, your support and your foundation in your feet. So feel that. Maybe bend your knees a little bit. Gather in your belly. Drop your shoulders. And then we'll just lift here on your inhale. Lifting up and down and up. And down. Keep your shoulders soft here. So we don't want to hunch up the shoulders. We want to just be opening between the shoulder blades. And one more time, lift up and take it down. And then on your inhale, just come unwound here. Take your arms up. Good. Interlace your fingers here. Press up over your head. And then we'll exhale to your right. And inhale, come up center. Exhale over other way. Feel the side body opening. And inhale up. Notice when you come up, gather your belly in, draw your tummy in so you remain stable. And we'll come on up to center again. Exhale other way. And come up to center. Press up through your hands, lift up. Exhale down. Float your hands down. Feel the space. Good. So get yourself situated and we'll work up through the throat now. So we're going to open the throat with a standing lion's breath. I'm going to take my glasses off for this. So let's take a big breath in. On your exhale, tongue comes out, eyes look up. So don't be afraid of making a goofy face. Let's just let it roll. So take a breath in. Exhale, tongue comes out, throat opens, eyes look up. And do it a couple more times at your own pace. Inhale and exhale. Last time. Take it in. Exhale out. And at the bottom of your exhale, just come to stillness. Soft, easy breaths. Notice the space in your throat open. Breathe. So we'll come back to center now. Take our hands across our forehead and just gently stroke side to side, maybe down the back of your neck, over your ears, shoulders. Breathe. It's just softening that awareness of thinking too much. You just want to clear out. Think about a gentle sweeping out of your mind, your thoughts, just to allow space for the practice to come in, for God's thoughts to come in, for thoughts of goodness, wholeness, gentleness. Breathe it in and come out to the side. And then we'll massage out your scalp. Nice and easy, all around. And so notice how this feels. Notice if your scalp feels really tight, or if you're moving or the skin around really easily, that's nice. If you're really tight in your scalp, you might be a big thinker. You're always living in your head. I don't know. Just massage all around and just think about loosening that up a little bit. And you can move all the way around the back of your neck. Just think, oh, this really feels good. So I'm going to take my ears now, give the ears a little rub. Breathe. I'm just squatting down so I can talk to you. And you can stand up or squat here if you want to, whatever feels good. And then we'll take the tops of our ears and pull them straight up. Take a breath. Middle ear, pull it out, take a breath. So what this does is loosens up this connective tissue around your ears and your scalp to relax. Pull down on your earlobes. Good. Good. So we'll do a little bit of balancing energy here. So I'm going to invite you to be very aware and in touch with your body this morning. So let's come to center. Take a deep breath in, swoop out through the space. Exhale, open, just float your arms down by your side. And as they come by your hips, take your hands to your thighs and give yourself a little massage all down the legs. So just notice how you feel here. Breathe, connect with your breath, and make your way down towards your ankles. And also, when you get down here, you want to just glide your hands over the tops of your feet. Good. Give them a couple of little petting motions here. And then we'll begin down by your feet and just practice making figure eights with your hands in and out. Back and forth, just sweeping back and forth. This is by your ankles. Breathe. And we'll make our way back up. So you're going to come on up to the knees, sweep there. In and out, figure eights. Float on up by the hips and come on up by the sacral area. Figure eights here, nice and easy. Just settle in. Come to in front of the solar plexus here, nice big figure eights. What you're doing is just moving energy here, balancing it out around those energy centers. Come on in, move around the throat, and then around in front of your forehead here, just sweep out, and then over your head. And we'll reach up, take a breath deep in. Now take your hands down in front of the pubic bone and pull up and blossom out. And we'll pull up. Thumbs together, fingers together, float up and out. And one more time, pull it up and out. So you're feeling that space around you. And now come to standing, just being still, find stillness. Just notice your body. How do you feel? Ease out your shoulders. Just take a moment to let what we've done so far settle in. Good, nice. So we're going to take a half sun salutation. So come to center, and we'll take a breath in, swoop up. Exhale, diving forward, bend your knees, press into your feet, glide your hands down the backs of your legs to wherever you're comfortable. It might just be your knees, your shins, the floor. Come up halfway, take a look at me. Breathe, exhale, forward fold. Let the back of your neck release. And then on your inhale, bend your knees, press your feet into the mat, swoop your arms on up, palms touch, and lower to your heart. And we're going to do that again. So inhale, lift and swoop. Exhale, dive, swan dive forward. Take your hands behind your legs. Slowly just press down, sweep down to wherever you're comfortable. Inhale, come up halfway. And this time, release down into forward fold. Hold on elbow to elbow. Let the back of your neck release and just hang. And breathe. So how does that feel here for you today? You want to press your feet into the mat. Maybe lift your toes, just your toes up. And then press your toes back down. And we'll take our hands wherever you're comfortable and walk yourself over toward your right foot. You've got a little ease. You're bending in your knees, but you just want to hang over the right leg a little bit. Take a breath. Go the other way, hang over the left leg. So notice how this feels in your body. Stay here a moment and just breathe and notice. Releasing in the backs of your legs. Come back to center. Come up halfway again. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Glide your hands down your legs. Inhale, lift and swoop. Arms come up. Palms touch. And to the heart. Let your hands rest by your side. Notice how you're feeling. So I'm going to take my things off my mat here. And we're going to do a little sun salutation. And we're going to incorporate a little twist, a little dragon. So you'll see. Just come sideways on your mat. Step forward to the top of your mat. So I have to watch my desk here that I don't bang my head on it, but hopefully you don't have anything in front of you that is a hazard. So if you do, move it out of the way. So we'll come back to center. Notice how you feel as you just come back to center. Take your hands to your heart in prayer position. So find your feet resting into the mat. Lift up through the crown of your head. And we'll take a big breath in. Inhale, swooping up. Feel the space. Exhale, dive forward again. So you're coming down into a nice forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, bend your knees a lot. You're going to bend your knees. Come on down to kneeling, into all fours. So once you're down there, take your time. Come to all fours. And take an inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. Inhale, come back to center as you take your right foot ahead. and press through into a lunge. And you're going to lift up through your heart, press through, take a breath, press back, lift your front toes up. So even out your hips so you're not rocking. Inhale, press forward. Lifting up through the heart, keeping your pelvis stable. Let's tuck our back foot under and lift the back knee up if you can. So see how this feels. See if that's accessible. If it's not, just keep your knee down, but your toe tucked under. And breathe here. So we'll take the hand. So your right foot's ahead, so your left hand is on the mat. Press through. I'm going to turn towards your bent knee. So I'm going to have to turn away from you. So I'm going to turn toward my knee and take the top arm up. So you can either have your back knee down on the mat or you can press up through and come to a lunge with a twist. So you're coming up. Draw your belly in. Make sure you're nice and stable here. Take a breath. Feel your strength. If you need to come down, please come down. And then take your hand down, float it down to the outside of your foot. And if your leg is up, take your knee down. And then we'll take both hands on the inside of our foot that's in front. So I have one foot in front. I'm going to have my hands on the big toe side. And from here, pressing forward. So your hands you're underneath your shoulders here. So if you want to stay here, just stay here. If you'd like to, you can lower down a little bit, maybe come to your elbows, or if you have a block or blanket, you can on down to that. But your knee that's bent here is just going to press out to the side. So this is your lizard. You can stick your tongue out if you want to. Good, so just breathing here wherever you are. Draw your belly in. Don't let your belly just hang down toward the floor. Nice, easy breaths. And then shift back. Take your hands on either side of your foot again. Press forward, press back, and take your leg back with you. And we'll press back to child's pose. So your hips press back towards your ankles. Press back, reach out. And if you'd like to take your hands back by your heels here, just rest down. And come to center. So you're resting down in child's pose. It's a nice place to just soften your face. Easy breath. Kind of come back to an awareness of where you are now that you've been through the first part of that sun salutation. And then we'll come on up and come back to all fours. And we're going to take the other foot in front. So this time you'll take your left foot up. Now other side, Marcia. Press through and shift back. And press through and shift back. I'm going to invite you to be very mindful of how your body feels as you move back and forth. Easy. And press back. And shift ahead. Make sure your hips are level. Press through. So we're going to do our little twist again. Let's take our back toes under. So if you can stay right here on your knee if you like. Or you can go to child's pose, or you can get up and go to the bathroom and get a drink. You can go out to Starbucks if you want to do that now. This might be a good time. But whatever you want to do, or you can do it. So here we are. So our toes are tucked under. You're going to take your opposite hand right underneath your shoulder. So the leg that's in front, maybe you could take your hand here to stabilize, press through. Notice how my tummy's nice and long here. I'm lengthening through the spine, turning toward my knee, and then the arm comes up. So you have your back knee is either down or you can press it up off the mat. And you have your revolved lunge twist. And breathe here. Easy breath. Strong in your arm. Feel the energy that goes down through your leg, all the way back through your back heel, all the way down and up through the crown of your head, through your chest, through your arm. Reach, breathe. And then float your hand down. And we'll put both hands on the inside of our foot. You can release your toes behind you, press through, and see how I'm lengthening my back? So I'm not just rounding over, I'm lengthening the back, and then coming to where I'm comfortable here in a little stretch. So the front toes go toward the outer corner of the mat, and you can swivel around here toward that other corner if you'd like, or just come to a comfortable place and either be up here in your lizard, or you can lower down like a lounge lizard. You can lounge here if you'd like. And breathe. Just notice how this is feeling and don't overstretch here in the groin. Take a couple breaths. Soften your foot here. Soften your thoughts. Just come home to this. And then we'll press on up. Take your hands on either side of your foot once again, and we'll just shift back and forth a little bit. Once again, you want to press the outside hip down. Toes up. Come forward, and let's take this leg back. Press back into your child's pose. Take your hands by your ankles and just rest here. Easy breath. So we'll take a moment here to notice what parts of our body are on the ground. Maybe you notice your forehead, your shins, your forearms, maybe the palms of your hands. Make that connection and rest into the earth there, just resting down, finding your breath. Good. And then drawing your arms up in front of you, let's come on up to all fours. We'll tuck our toes under, press back to down dog. Just take a little tread out here. Both heels pressing down toward the mat. Strong in your arms, but you don't hunch up your shoulders towards your ears. Press the shoulders away. Maybe come up on your toes. Take one heel down, other heel down. And then just kind of hang here for a little bit and find your breath. Lots of energy coming down through your feet, down through the soles of your feet, through your heels. And then bend your knees, walk your feet towards your hands back towards your feet. And we'll take an inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, lift and swoop. Arms come up and palms touch. And draw that plumb line right down through the center of your body, down to your heart, and come home to yourself here. And then lowering your arms down. Take a moment to just stand. Feel. And then we'll just gently come down to sitting. So I promised you, right, that we would come to sitting after doing some standing. So here we are. So go ahead and find yourself a comfortable seat. Sometimes it's nice to start standing so that you kind of get your sillies out a little bit, get things moving in all directions. And then you kind of gather back into this place where you can really allow your body to, what do I want to say? Allow yourself to really come home to a comfortable seat where you notice that you're very grounded. And as you notice, I'm perching on the edge of my blanket. So you can just kind of rock side to side, feel your hips settling in. And let's take that again around in some circles. So we'll just rock around. If you'd like to inhale coming forward, you can inhale forward and exhale back. If you want to follow your breath, that's fine. If you don't, if you just want to experience the motion, that's fine too. But your tummy's always in. You're just circling around on the perineal area so that you're grounding into the hip bone, the sit bones. And now other way. Good, just kind of let it roll. So even though you're very stable inside, you're fluid on the outside. And come back to center, and we'll sit up nice and tall. And exhale, rounding your spine back. And sitting up tall in center. Find your center. Find those sit bones again. Grounding through the hips. That nice bowl of fruit, just sitting right there on your blanket or on the floor. And then growing your spine up out of the pelvis, nice and tall. Remembering you have these natural curves of your spine, so just allow that to be what it needs to be, the lower back. Just being mindful that you don't jut the ribs out. Snuggle the ribs into center and lift through the heart space. Shoulders are broad. Crown of your head lifting. And let's take our hands either to your thighs or your knees. And close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, and we'll come to an awareness of the breath. So settling in. We've been very active, moving, breathing. Now I just want to come back in. Turn your awareness inside. A slow, easy breath coming in, lifting on your inhale, the heart lifts. On your exhale, shoulders are soft, even though the spine stays tall. So coming home to your breath, nice and easy. We're going to be here for a moment, so I'm inviting you to be right here with the inhale and the exhale, without anticipating what might come next or what we just did. Think about watching your breath very simply moving in through your nose, out through your nose, or your mouth, whatever feels comfy. You might go through a little spell where you feel a little uneasy, a little eager. Take whatever breath you need to take. Just remembering that it's not just your breath, it's God's breath. It's a breath of life coming in, nourishing you from the crown of your head, soles of your feet, limbs, cells. And as you're aware of the breath moving in to every cell in your body, thinking about the cohesiveness of who you are, your heart, your heart space, your soul, the will, the emotions. Breathing in, thinking about your mind, and your body here. Heart, soul, mind, and body all together. Every aspect of your being and communication, drawing in an awareness of God's presence and love floating over you and just flowing through the crown of your head, down through your body, down through your neck, your shoulders, your heart space, your hips, belly. Being rooted and grounded in that knowledge of God's love. Settling in through your legs and your feet. Easy breath. And as you rest here in this breath, I'll share with you from 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. May God Himself, the God who makes everything holy and whole, make you holy and whole, put you together, spirit, soul, and body, and keep you fit for the coming of our Master, Jesus Christ. The one who called you is completely dependable. If he said it, he'll do it. So in this breath, in this moment, we sit before God who makes everything holy and whole, including you and me, taking all those parts of us and knitting them together, integrating us into one beautiful being, heart, soul, mind, and body. How does that feel for you today? How does it feel to know that God makes you holy, that the love of Christ makes you whole? Easy breath. On your exhale, take your chin down to your chest, allowing the back of your neck to release, keeping your spine tall. On your inhale, lifting your face to the sky. And on your exhale, coming back to center. Let's take a breath here. On your exhale, taking your right ear over your right shoulder and reaching out your left hand down toward the vent. It's nice and long through the crown of your head, down over your ear, over your shoulder, through your elbow, through your wrist, through your fingers and beyond. Just reach and breathe. And even as we feel our breath moving through our bodies, a sense of peace, a sense of wholeness, completeness, God's shalom, settling in. Now we'll take our hand back to our knee. On your inhale, take your head up through center. Exhale, other way. And fingertips now reaching down through the left side or right side. Opposite side, reaching out nice and long. Breathe easy. On your inhale, take your hand back to your knee, coming up through center. And we'll take a gaze over the right shoulder, gaze over the left shoulder, and come back through center. On your inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, turn to your right and let your arms float down to where they're comfortable. The back arm comes around behind you, front arm might come to your opposite knee. Shoulders spiral around, hips spiral. Find your easy breath as you turn your gaze to the back. Eyes open, taking in your surroundings. Breathe. Good. And then on your inhale, let's swoop arms up over our head, come back through center. Exhale, other way. So make your way around to the opposite side. No forcing or straining, just allow your body to spiral on around. You might want to maybe just move your head side to side a little bit. Notice how you're feeling here and then make your way all the way around. Breathe. Shoulders are easy. And then on your inhale, swooping your arms up to center. Take your hands down, take hold of your knees, and rock back. Scoop the hips under, rounding your spine. And we'll take the feet out in front of us. And inhale, lifting up. Exhale, rocking back. Shoulders are easy. Inhale up and rock back. And come on up to center and take the soles of your feet together. So holding on maybe to the arches of your feet, the insides opening, the soles of your feet like a little book, rocking yourself side to side a little bit. Come to center, find your easy place. Spine lifts tall. So reaching up here, Take a breath, and then with a long back, float forward. And as you reach that place where you can't go any farther, just round and stay rounded as you rock back on your hips. Maybe your hands might move. And inhale, sweep up and shift forward, long back, curl over, rocking back here. Sitting up tall and shift through, nice long back, hinging through your hips, rounding over, sweep backwards, sit up tall again. And this time we're going to exhale, rock back, start from this rocking back place, dive forward, rolling forward and pulling through, and coming up in a wave motion. So press back, shoulders are easy, spill forward, pull yourself through. Come on up, and we'll do that one more time. Rock back, shift through, pull forward. Come on up with a nice tall spine. Good. And just stay here for a moment. Breathe, tummies in, shoulders are easy. And then we'll lift the knees up, press your legs out, and shift forward. Take a little massage of your legs. And good. So we'll take one knee in, 1 foot into center, and we're going to bend the opposite leg and take it around behind us if that's comfortable for you. If it isn't, you can just take that leg out to the side. But if you can, situating yourself on your blanket. So you're sitting kind of like a zigzag here. So your heel is in line with the midline of your body here in the center. You might want to take it out a little bit ahead. But we'll take the back hand here to the crease of your groin there and the other hand behind you. So we're just going to draw your belly in, scoop under a little bit, and then pick it up. Pick the hip up and sit back down. And so we'll just pick up, take a breath, sit back down. How's that feeling for you? Press up, down. So if this is not comfortable, please come out with the leg out, and you can always just kind of shift up and shift back. Whatever feels best. Press it up, press it back, and press it up, press it back. If you want to get fancy, you can take your foot and flex it in front. On your inhale, you can point and take that leg through, and you can even turn a little bit and press back. Scoop and lift, press, come back. Good. We'll do it one more time. Scoop and lift. Breathe, make sure your tummies are in. Don't just sink into your lower back. Lift the belly up. So this time your back hand is going to come down. And we'll take that top arm up and reach. Reach out through your side body. You're not arching back. You're just reaching through the side. Take a breath and then climb forward. So you're going to round to the front and sit straight up. There we go. And then we'll take knees together. Come back to center, maybe rock it out a little bit, side to side, and we'll go the other way. So the opposite leg either comes out to the side, and this other leg can either come out to the side here to press through, or you can take it around back behind you. So making sure that this heel is in line with your midline. Take the back hand behind you, sit up tall. This opposite hand goes into your hip, and you'll draw your belly in, maybe scoop it just a little bit and press up through from behind. So you're lifting from the back and press down. Lift it up, very easy, doesn't have to be far. Press down. Lifting and pressing. So you're just kind of getting the feel of it here. See what this is like. See how far you're comfortable. If you just want to make it just a tiny little press, that's fine too. If you can, let's take it up. And maybe do just a little turn behind you as the chest stays open. You look around. And then the first thing that happens is that your hip sits down, your waistline comes around, and your chest. And then you scoop up, press through, the waist turns, chest turns, your head turns, and sit again. And let's do this one more time. Sit up, take your back hand down, arm sweeps up, take a little side bend. And from here, you're going to contract your belly, roll yourself forward, And then press yourself up through center. And there you are, right back where you started from. Let's take a leg in, and we'll just rock side to side, little mermaid rock here, back and forth. And good. Let's take I'm going to take my blanket out. You can take yours out if you'd like. Just going to take a breath in here. Take one big breath in, palms touch, come down to the heart, and then dive forward in a little forward fold. So if you'd like here, you can sway back and forth. Just notice how you feel from hip to hip. Side to side action there. And then come through center, take a breath, lengthen out, and exhale, forward fold into whatever place feels good for you. If you can just come to your level of comfort here, just coming forward. You might feel it in the back of your hip. And then gently press yourself up. Take your time, come on up. And then we'll rock back, put the other foot in front. Sit up tall, take your arms up. Coming down through center, remembering that scripture that talks about God making us holy and whole, because he makes everything holy and whole. What does that mean for you today? Just breathe here for a moment. Shoulders easy, sitting quiet and soft. And then forward fold, coming down, take your hands to the floor, just curling on over. So I'm going to sit up so I can talk to you, and I'm just going to encourage you here to really gather into your breath. Easy breath. Close your eyes if that's comfortable. Come home to yourself here. Soft shoulders. And now just press back a little bit. You can sway a little bit side to side. See how that feels. Just make it nice and easy. And then make your way back up. And we'll turn sideways on the mat. Press the legs in front. Sit up nice and tall. Scoop, roll on back, bring your knees with you, and press the soles of your feet to the sky, arms overhead. Good. And then exhale, draw your knees into your chest. A little preparation for happy baby here. And inhale, reach. Exhale in. And we'll inhale, reach one more time. So your hips are very stable. Arms over your head. And then we'll take our hands up to our knees. Bend your knees here about 90 degrees. And then separate the knees wide. So what's going to happen is after the knees get separated, we'll just lift your soles of your feet to the sky. You can hold on to either the undersides of your knees and just draw your hips in, your knees in, or reach up, take hold of the pinky toe sides of your feet and pull towards you. So the back of your legs, your hamstring, just stay soft here, soften it up. Drawing the knees towards you, and then think about gently lowering the sacrum down toward the floor. And breathe here, soften your shoulders, soften your face. And we'll just rock side to side. Nice and easy. You might notice that the floor comes up to press into your back. Let your back just fully settle into the floor, into the mat underneath. And then make your way back to center. We'll take the knees together. Take your arms out side to side, and we'll just do a little twist over to the right. So your knees are together about 90 degrees here. Look up and see that you can see your toes peeking up. Take a breath. And then exhale over to your right side. Just allowing your gaze to go over the left shoulder. Notice how you're feeling here. If you need some support underneath your knees, you can grab a blanket or a pillow, put it under there. Maybe just take your fist under there. And let's stretch the top leg out nice and long off to the side. Maybe take your gaze opposite direction. So you're moving out in all directions here. Nice breath. You might feel this in the outer part of your hip on this side. Draw your knee in, and we'll take the knees back to center. Rock around a little bit, get yourself situated. Take a breath in center here, and on your exhale, we're going to go to the left as your arms spread out. Breathe. You can take your gaze to the right. And whatever leg is on top there, you're going to notice that you're going to press out long. I'm under the I'm under the cabinet. That's okay. Press out nice and long. And breathe, settling your back down nice and easy. Your shoulders are soft, your face is easy. And then bend the top knee in and come back to center. Rock around a little bit, side to side, rock and roll. Take your feet to the mat. Scoop hips under and just press up into a little bridge. So you've got your tummy in, you're scooping the hips under, pressing into your feet. Shoulders are relaxed. And then roll down. Just come on down to settle. And we'll take the right leg out and the left. And taking one more big stretch. Arms over your head, maybe circling out wrists and ankles here. Easy breath. And then drawing your arms down by your side and just resting there. So this is the last pose of our class. It's called Shavasana, which means corpse pose. And it really means that it's time to just let go and surrender the weight of your body to the ground and come to a place of rest. So I'm going to invite you here to, first of all, look around. We normally do this in the beginning of class. We're going to do it at the end today. Where you notice where you are. Where have you been all this time? The sacred space where you've been practicing and coming home to yourself. What does it look like now that you've been through your practice? And then gently closing your eyes. If that's comfortable for you. If it isn't, just soften your gaze. And let's listen. Listen to the sounds wherever you are. Quieter sounds, louder sounds. What's happening in your world today? Just listen. Then coming into an awareness of that space around you where you rest. Sacred space for you today to come to a place of ease, to completely let go, if that's comfortable. Let's notice how your body's feeling here. Guide your awareness to the back of your head, to your neck, to your face, and if possible, releasing tension there. Release your facial muscles, the muscles around your ears, the muscles in your throat. Just let your throat be very easy and soft. We did our lion's breath, so the throat is open, just ready to release. Shoulders are easy, your belly's soft. Notice your back being fully supported by the mat underneath. So notice your organs, all your tummy, your liver, your intestines, everything inside, just releasing, receiving circulation, oxygen, resting. There's a state of mind called rest and digest, and that's hopefully where you are now. Just allowing your body to settle, to breathe easy, allowing your hips to settle in, your thighs to release, legs, just press it, just settling down into the mat. Your ankles can soften, your toes. And notice now very gently how the breath moves through your body. Just a soft, easy, natural breath. Whatever breath you need now, just let it be. Watch your breath moving in, moving out. And knowing that in this space you are seen, you are known, fully loved and held. How does that feel for you today to rest in the palm of love? No expectations, unconditional, no strings, just love, nice and easy. And so coming back to an awareness now of your body resting here. And a sense of wholeness, that sense of completeness. When you think of God's shalom, that's what that really means. That sense of peace, but it's also a sense of completeness and wholeness because God holds it all together. He wants you to be free and complete and whole as you are, so that you can gather in and know that He makes you holy. He makes you whole as you rest in Him. So let's gently begin to guide awareness to fingers and toes, and maybe just stretch out, spread your toes wide, spread your fingers, and then maybe make a gentle fist and draw your toes in, and then just wiggle toes and fingers, circling out wrists and ankles. And then just coming to whatever yummy stretch you might want. Maybe you want to just float your arms around you a little bit and feel that space as you're resting, and just feel the ease of your body here. How would it be to just move with a sense of ease? If you like to bend your knees here, you can lift your feet off the mat and just move your arms and legs in space. Feel that space, movement coming back, easy, reaching out. And then gather your knees into your chest and rock yourself over onto your side. Resting there, maybe your elbow comes up underneath your head. So opening your eyes here and taking in your space. And from there, slowly pressing up to sitting. And taking hands to heart. Feeling your hands on your body, connecting with yourself, this heart, this body. A gift to you, a gift to the world. Holy and whole. And if you like, closing eyes here and lifting up your own prayer this morning or today, wherever you are, or just sitting quietly for one more moment. So thank you all for practicing with me today. I ask the Lord to help us to love ourselves and one another and God with all of our heart, with all of our soul, with all of our mind, and with all of our strength. As with God's help, we love our neighbor as ourselves. Thank you again. Shalom. So I hope you have a wonderful week, wonderful days. I know these are turbulent times. So whenever you find yourself feeling a little squirrely, feeling a little out there, a little strung out, just come back to that sense of wholeness and holiness, that easy breath that God gives us as He reminds us who we are and who we belong to. We belong to God. We belong to Spirit. We can come home to ourselves and love these bodies that we were blessed with. So I hope you can do that in your days, and that your days will be peaceful and loving, and know that you are loved. God bless. See you next time.